How's it going, folks? So the band Beriedir has a new single here called Neon. I really enjoyed their first single from the new upcoming album. I believe it was called Halo. So I'm very curious to see how they're following up from that. But yeah, their new album is coming out January 25th, I believe, called Liminal Spaces. I'm looking forward to that, but before then, like I said, we have a new single here to check out. So let's get on in there and do just that. Rangers, go.
There's a dim lit verse in every elegy, colored by electric lights. It's the same path as all the other times, but there's a new home. And as the song of current crackling in the walls reached the point when it seemed that rhymed, lilac glow in my yoga lines traced the way I yearn. I'm drowning under roaring tidal waves, eyes blind from light, ships breaking all around me. I'm going nowhere but far away from here, escaping mantras that I won't understand. Then like a thunder it rang even louder, and brought this jarring white noise in my ears. The static whispers of that pulsing chariot unveiled me things now stuck inside my tongue. Where do I begin? I'm drowning under roaring tidal waves, eyes blind from light, ships breaking all around me. I'm going nowhere but far away from here, escaping mantras that I won't understand. It's festering inside. Let me sleep and leave me under neon lights and everything. Paler lights upon the somber Falcon trains away from here. Every word I planned on paper towel got lost in the undertow. Never meant to love the sour lips of my soul's hyperopia. I'm drifting over rolling tidal waves with wings of light, ships soaring all around me. I'm going somewhere not far away from here, still holding nightmares no one cared to understand.
Whoo-wee. Wow. That this one was a bit of a whirlwind here. Wow, I'm still trying to wrap my head around some of this here. So bear with me. Yeah, this is definitely one of those songs that is difficult to kind of do a reaction or my thoughts on after just hearing it one time, because there's a lot happening here, a lot happening. So, oh man, this band, they've always kind of leaned into the prog elements, quite a bit. But in this song, I mean, they just go all in. They just dive head first into prog waters. So, yeah, man, because it's just, there's just a lot happening. And I've told you folks many times before, when something leans super, super heavy into the prog realm, I struggle a little bit. It's not really my forte. I dig like some elements and stuff like that, but when it really kind of leans into it, I don't know, I struggle with it a little bit. It's not necessarily, my cup of tea usually, when that happens. And so it can make it difficult for me to kind of give my thoughts because, I just want to make that clear up front. And this song definitely leans heavily, heavily into it. So it's a song that I'm going to have to give multiple listens to really try to wrap my head around it. But anywho, I'll do my best here. Another thing too is they are not shying away from the harsh vocals, but I want to the dude's voice, man. This dude has got a voice on him. I mean, he's doing those harsh vocals. He's doing, he was doing some of those kind of like deep little, moments with his voice, and then he's doing like his nice clean singing and stuff, but like with a little bit of aggression to it. Then he was doing some like real higher pitch stuff, and I mean, this dude, there's so much that he can do with his voice. It is really, really wild. So that's always a treat in and of itself to hear. And I like the guitar work quite a bit. Kind of that main riff, the bum bum bum. It just kind of has like a cool vibe to it that I really enjoyed. The drum work was really well done too, especially like a song like this kind of structure and what have you. Doing like drums to this, I mean, that is no easy task. So I was quite impressed with the drum work here. And, in the beginning, when it kind of starts out, like the first verse, again, that's a difficult thing too, is kind of like the structure. It was almost like there's maybe almost like 4 verses, and then each one followed by the chorus in a sense. But the first verse and the third verse are kind of similar, if I remember correctly. The second verse was a little bit different, and then the fourth verse was a little bit different from that even, and there wasn't really a distinguishable bridge in there. So it's just an interesting structure. But yeah, that very first verse, I was like, this is kind of groovy. It's very syncopated, if that's the right word to use. It, had just an interesting vibe. And I was like, okay, this is groovy, but it's definitely proggy. It's got that interesting rhythm to it. And then, the chorus hits with like the harsh vocals and all that good stuff. But then that second verse, I think that was my favorite part of the whole song. That second verse was tight. I mean, the energy kind of picks up a bit, it gets a little speedy nature to it, and I just love the rhythm of that second verse, and then the vocal delivery and the musicianship in there. I really, really dug it. And then the chorus hit again, and it felt like it kind of reined in that energy. Again, I would have liked it if that verse or that chorus that followed that second verse kind of kept that energy going in a sense, and differentiated itself a little bit from like the first chorus. I think that would have been pretty cool, because, like I said, there was that snippet there, that like second verse that I was like, man, I was all in. I was like, this is tight. But then it kind of reined it back again, and that rhythm, that energy kind of withdrew a little bit again. And then I think the third verse was similar to like the first, and then the fourth verse or what have you was a little bit different from all of them. So yeah, it was just, it's a lot to kind of wrap my head around. The chorus, it was interesting. I mean, it suited the song, it suited the style, the vibe and whatnot, but it didn't, again, this song, it really, really is heavy on those prog elements, and that's clear even in like the chorus. And So, a chorus doesn't just have to always be like, oh, as catchy as you can make it, like it is straightforward and catchy and whatever. But in this instance, it was just, this song, I guess is one of those things too, is it never really kind of had like an anchor point throughout the song to where I felt like I was on board with the song. It all was a little abstract almost all the way through. And that left it a little bit difficult for me to just really kind of, sink my teeth into it, or to really just grab on and just feel like, I'm really engaged with it. It was almost like I'm kind of, on the outside looking in, just kind of as this thing's like passing me by, and so yeah, that's the only thing I would say is, with like the chorus. But again, it matched the whole song. It's just it was tough for me to just really really get into because of just the nature of it. But the musicianship was top notch. I mean, the vocals, of course, were killer. Loved that second verse. And I mean, it's an impressive piece. It just, it again, at least off first listen, isn't entirely for me, but I can still appreciate the quality of it and the talent of course. But it was a bit different. It was a bit different. So I certainly prefer Halo to this song. But yeah, I mean that's kind of my thoughts, and I mean I'm still very much looking forward to the new album. I mean, just their sound quality and production and execution and everything sounds like it's even just an evolution from their previous album, which I enjoyed that quite a bit too. But it just there's something that feels like they have like a new spark almost. There's something extra here, so that's partly why I'm really excited for the new album, is just to hear everything that they've put together and to hear everything like in context too. I feel like a song like this, hearing it just kind of stand alone, outside the context of like the album, that might make a difference too. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But let me know, folks, in the comments down below, what do you think of this song here? How's it stack up for you to their previous single, Halo? And are you looking forward to the new album out January 25th? So let's talk about it all, and I'll catch you all next time. Ranger, out.